Hi guys, it's Don with Pa's Garden Journal. Well, it's been a while, but in this episode today, we're going to take a look at a new project I've got that again, working on flower beds since it's the winter time. It's time to start pruning and do some pruning. And behind me here, you'll see this bed. It's been let go for years and years. I've never done anything with it. Has some beautiful spirea right here in the front of it. And that always looks good and blooms white in the spring, early summer. And I want to feature that. Behind it, I had some Bradford pear trees at one point in time, and they died and they came back from the rootstock. And this things are Calgary, I believe is the name of them, the native Bradford pear tree, and it's got thorns on it that are about 2 inches long. And I want to get rid of those altogether. So my project on this episode is going to be pruning back the spirea, weeding out the flower bed, doing some cutting back on some of the saplings that are coming up all through here thanks to the squirrels planting acorns and pecans, and also cutting down those 2 Bradford pear trees, and then pruning up a couple of crepe myrtles that are hidden in here somewhere. That bloom nice along about August. And so that's what we're going to be working on. And we'll go from here and see what happens. All right. Thanks for joining me. Be back in a second. So as we begin today, getting into this thing and cutting them down, I want to show you a couple of things. You see how I've got just a large, this is a couple of those bushes that are in here, the spirea. My variety is the bridal wreath called. It makes these long branches that grow out, and they get white flowers on them. And of course, you cut off and make a bridal wreath out of them. And a lot of brides have done that in the past years. But you see, it's all just a big clump coming up from the ground, and it's absolutely so thick. There's no water and air getting in here, no sunlight. And right next to it is a second bush right here, just how thick that is, and that makes it very hard. And what we're going to do this year, what we're going to do is called rejuvenate pruning, and we're going to take it all the way down to about 6 inches above the ground. Never tried it before, but we'll see what happens. And it's encouraging to know that you can cut them all the way down to the ground and they'll still come back. They're very hardy plants and they're very strong-willed, and they'll take care of it. But if you look how these canes are all leaning over, and what you get is a lot of new growth, and all the new growth is standing straight up. You can see that. And that new growth is not coming up from the ground. It's coming up off of these canes that are leaning over, and therefore it just makes it thicker and thicker and thicker. And it gets very hard to get sunlight down in here. So we'll be cutting it all back and getting it took care of as we go along. So more later. Well, I tell you what, guys, I got it done. Uh, it was quite a job. Actually, it was a pain in the butt, to be honest about it. But I got it done. It needed to be done. It's something that every time I cut grass for years and I rode around that bed, I was like, I got to do something about this. I got to do something about this. Well, I never did. But today or this week, it's been 3 days actually that I've been working on it, 3 half days, 1 day per bush basically. So I've got the 3 bushes done. And I'll turn the camera around here and show you what it looks like right now. You remember what it looked like at the beginning of this video. Here we are now, and what I've got are the 3 Spirea bushes in the back. The bushes that you see, the trees there, are the calorie pear trees. I'm not calling them Bradford pear trees anymore. And I've got to cut those down later. And but I'm having to show you these things right now. There's this is what my Spirea bushes look like now. They're down to about 6 to 8 inches, maybe a foot tall. But they'll come back from that and be healthy and happy and snug as a bug in a rug when it all gets put together. So now that we've got it all done, I'm having to amend this video. I know at the beginning I said that I was going to do all of those steps that I got to do in this flower bed on this video, but that's not going to happen. This was a project that turned out into more of a project than I wanted it to, but I knew it was going to be a mess because I've never been let those things get pruned, and I've never done it, so it's been a pain. But that beside the point. Now we're looking at, I've still got to clean up the saplings and cut those trees down. And my ultimate plan is to, by the spring, put a row of flowers, zinnias, cosmos, things of that nature, black-eyed Susans maybe, in front of those Spirea bushes. And that will incorporate into a nice flower bed. And I hope we can get that done. And stick with me on that. And I appreciate you watching. And if you like gardening and this kind of stuff, I've got more plans to go along. We've got to finish this bed. I've got the gardening season about to get started. And so there's going to be a lot happening. So hang around. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button, do that. I sure would love to have you follow me. Thanks. See you in the next one.